Well, it's very interesting you mentioned this. So let's kind of dial back into your transformation story. Did you struggle with self-esteem personally? Let's talk a little bit about it.
Well, I was tall and gawky and flat-chested, and I had, all the issues that teen girls do. And, you constantly, as self-esteem 101 is, do not compare yourself to everyone else. It's it's the most normal thing in the world to do. Back then, of course, we didn't have social media, which makes it even worse today than in my day. But it was that girl's prettier, that girl's, the prom queen, that girl's the head of cheerleader, that girl comes from a richer family. That everybody always seemed to have more than I did. Plus, I was coming from a background that was a little unstable, if I might say. So my home life wasn't necessarily the happiest or the most stable. And so, we're getting out there and you go, well, I got buck teeth and, my ears stick out and, I did all of that stuff and never in a million years thought that I could model. It's kind of one of those things that was really, really far away and something I would dream about. Back in the day, all we had was the Sears catalog. You may not even remember that, Christian, but that was our internet. We got a Sears catalog twice a year. It was it was spring and summer and then fall and winter. And that was where, I would be going through the Sears catalog and I could see just in a few pages the models, and they were modeling and how they posed and, all of that sort of thing, and I could never until I really tried. I grew up, I started to work in New York City after high school, and people would say to me, you really should be a model. And I went, me? Really? You think I could? That kind of thing. Anyway, long story short and fast forward is that, I put my mind to it. Even though I thought I couldn't, I pushed through the I never could barrier, and I really challenged myself to get in front of the camera, to work with the photographers, and to learn to learn the business, let's say. And, next thing you know, but fast forward, there I was in Paris and New York first, and then Paris, and then Milan. And at the end of the day, it went really well. So I think what you have to understand is, never say never, and also be realistic. And I say this, to be realistic is because today, as you very well know, social media takes our younger generations into a reality that is a non-reality, especially with a lot of the filters that we see. And certainly with the event of Photoshop, where it all started. It's like, wow. Media also happens to portray women in a way that is unrealistic and also, very unattainable for most. We are going to have cellulite and bulges and curvy and, we're going to have all the things that a lot of women perceive as being imperfect. I want to tell you that's not the case. You have to be really, really careful about what you're believing, who you're believing, and what you